get them set up with, services and talk to them and interview and do all of those things. But I stopped doing that, and I asked one question back. What would it take for you to walk into a room full of strangers and tell them that you can't feed your family? And when you start to think about that as an experience and less about whether or not someone's trying to game a system or trying to, see what food they can get for free, and you think about how difficult that must be for our friends and neighbors to walk through the doors, you start to get kind of a better picture of what life looks like. So 10% of Lebanon County accessed a food pantry last year. So that's a Lebanon County Christian Ministries, that's Jonestown Outreach Pantry, some pantries in Myerstown, Jonestown, and of course the Care and Cupboard. It's a lot of people. So 1 in 10 people are finding themselves in a situation where putting food on the table is more and more difficult. We've all been to the grocery store. How many of you are shocked when you get to the checkout and you think, oh my word, I have gotten 3 bags of food and I've now spent $75. It's a real problem. Our families are facing bigger and bigger challenges, for lots of reasons. Some of them are just, based on the fact that everything is so expensive. So we operate a bunch of programs within the Care and Cupboard in Jonestown. The first thing that we do at the beginning of the year is we distribute Advent boxes, so kind of start through the year. So in December, we ask families, our supporters, churches, and other organizations to do a reverse Advent calendar. And the reverse Advent calendar is 25 household items, things like ibuprofen and shampoo and toilet paper, things that you have in your own home. And so people will donate those boxes, and then in January or February, depending on how long it takes us to put them all together, we distribute those to our families. It has become a hallmark of what we do. People are asking for them when they come through the doors. Because to put one of these boxes together is somewhere between $70 and $90. So just basic things that you have in your home, like Windex and paper towels. Like we just take for granted sometimes how hard it is for families to come up with the money to be able to have those things within their home. We do an Easter meal distribution, so we give our families an extra meal during the Easter holiday. So that can include just a ham, turkey, and all of the trimmings. And then if the kids are out of school for an elongated period of time, we do an extra kids meal or kids pack. So we help to make up for the breakfast and lunch that they would typically get in school. We help to make up for that during those holidays. Then we roll into the summer. We do a summer lunch program that's kind of in the same vein. So we do breakfast and lunch components for the children who come to see us. And that is through the entire weeks of the summer. So they come one time. We do that as an independent program. There are federal site feeding programs that are available, but our kiddos have a hard time getting to us. Like the Palmyra School District and the Northern Lebanon School Districts are pretty far-reaching, and so for a site feeding program, it requires that children come every day to receive breakfast and every day to receive lunch. So as you might imagine, someone coming from, let's say, Mount Gretna, Mount Wilson area to Palmyra to receive a meal, that would be nearly impossible, specifically if no parent is at home to bring them. So we do a little bit of a different program where we give them the components for breakfast and lunch through the entire summer. Of course, we do a Thanksgiving meal distribution, which is one of our biggest. We have a neighborhood who started sponsoring this 9 years ago. Our goal this year is 600 turkeys, which we will distribute to our friends and neighbors. And then we do a Christmas one as well. We also support a military share program that is run out of the AMVETS on 72. And that is for active military personnel, reservists, and retired military personnel and their widow or widowers. And it's open to anybody who signs up. We have about 160 families who utilize that program every month. So we sponsor that with the help of Central Pennsylvania Food Bank. So we have a lot going on. We're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish as a community and what we're looking forward to. So I guess we had a groundbreaking a couple of weeks ago. You might have seen in the paper. We are really fortunate to be we've received a gift of 5.5 acres of land back in 2020. And we've been working hard to raise funds for a new facility in Palmyra. Our current facility is a really interesting place. It's on several levels. It's the old Warriors Flower Shop, if you're familiar, on Railroad Street in Palmyra. And it was retrofitted, so we're up steps and down ramps and in between things, and it's just in really bad repair. When we opened our doors in 2006, we were serving 46 client families. We see that on a daily basis now. So in the last 1 year, we served 15,000 households out of our facility. So, and we brought in 1 million pounds of food, which I can't even quantify for you in a way that makes any sense. I think it's about 40 tractor trailers stuffed full of food is what we brought in. We hand unload everything. Our dock is not in the shape that we can bring in pallets. We don't have room for it. So we have an army of volunteers and some staff who do all of the movement of the food resources that we distribute. So it's quite an undertaking, but our new facility will be a 25,000 square foot facility that will have 12 affordable housing units on the top floor. The bottom floor will have the care and cupboard space, medical and dental space, a satellite library space in conjunction with the Palmyra Area Library, and then also a community room that will be divisible to 3. So we'll be able to host groups, host grandma's 90th birthday party, things in our community. We just don't have space like that within Palmyra. So we're really excited. We have raised $5.5 million in pursuit of our $7 million goal. And so we felt really excited about going public. We'll be raising funds through the next couple of years to get that going. So we hope to actually be moving dirt in the spring, so March or April. So we're really excited about that. So that's the kind of the background of the Care and